Yes, sir, Ski. You tuned into another edition of Infinite Vibes, provided by Taste and powered by Dash Radio. I'm Moran, the man. I got my lovely, rich, bossed up co-host DJ B-Lex in the building as well.
Yo, I just love when you introduce me. Like, it gives me hope,
You're rich, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You're rich.
We not going to tell everybody.
But I got my lovely, rich, bossed up co-host in the building, and we're in the presence of somebody who's out here doing a lot of crazy things. She done already started off 2022 in the right way. She done got signed to the new kings of R&B right now, the Love Renaissance.
They really is.
Yeah, they really out here
got
going.
it.
Absolutely. Major shout out to that guy, Tunde. But why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our listeners, man?
What's up, y'all? My name is Alex Vaughn. I'm Alex Vaughn. I'm a human being with feelings.
All right.
I'm an R&B artist, singer, songwriter, pianist, a person who's still trying to figure out their superpower, and I just try to see through it with my music.
Nah, you doing your thing, Queen. Well,
really
welcome to the show.
Welcome to Infinite Vibes.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here.
Have you.
Thank you for having me.
I was kind of stalking you. I ain't gonna lie.
Stop.
This is facts.
Listen, everybody stalks. It's a thing. Everybody into stalks.
Like, social media just makes it more just like, I guess, easy to do so.
Yeah.
But like, that's how I discovered artists on social media. So I discovered you there, and I was like, we gotta get selling around. Like, we gotta get her on the show.
Absolutely. She's the one that literally sent me all of your stuff. I'm like, I'm with it. If she want to come, she want to pull up, we'll figure it out.
This is a good woman right here.
100%. 100%. That's my sis. So, you've been out here doing your thing with the music. When I checked you out, you have a sound and a style is very modern, but it's also very familiar. Like, if totally not trying to compare you to anybody, but it kind of reminds me of like Alicia Keys, like that falling energy. Like, that's what it kind of reminds me of. So,
In a little bit of 90s R&B.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like when you're in New York and it's fall and you just you see Timberland boots and pretty much everything that happens in the fall in New York, that's kind of what you remind us of.
I'll take it. Thanks.
So,
You're welcome.
look,
Those are all nice things.
For sure.
But you different in a sense too, though. You got your own like style,
Thank you.
like your haircut.
Oh yeah, it's not done right now.
Oh, we can't see it?
But you can see some sideburns,
Right,
but that's the best I can get today.
We definitely understand.
Listen,
Look, you just came from rehearsals.
yes,
is a
I
big
have.
week for you.
This is a big week.
It's a big week. Before we get into the big week, though, why it's a big week, please, let's start with your origin. Like, how did you get introduced into music? Because for somebody that you play so many different instruments, you can sing, you clearly didn't just start doing this yesterday. So,
Honestly, I've been involved in music my whole life. It's always been something that I just gravitated towards. I never was like into sports. I mean, I played softball, a little bit, but bye. Like it's always been music. My grandmother had a piano in her house, and when I was younger, and everybody gets babysat at their grandmother's house, I just always found myself sitting at the piano, just banging out keys, and I don't know. It's just always been a thing. Same thing with singing. I used to hum when I chewed my food. It was just natural. We just found music, and I found each other. And then, I took piano lessons as a child, and that turned into jazz piano lessons. And I stopped taking lessons altogether because, I was a kid and didn't want to learn stuff, but I still played by ear. Been in choirs my whole life. It's just always been music. No one else is a musician in my family. I don't know where it came from. I'm the first one.
Wow.
All right, let me give my parents some credit. My dad was in a go-go band. He always wants to be like, man, I was in a go-go band.
where's D-Lou? Dad was D-Lou
I know our
here.
co-host
Very
from PG
DMV.
County.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
She's currently on tour with the Harlem Globetrotters. Her name is D-Lou.
Yeah, she's doing her thing.
Hey, girl. Yeah, no, my dad was in a go-go band. My mom was involved in, like, musical theater. But outside of that, like, I'm the first musician.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
You setting the
so
bar high.
it's always been music. No pressure, no pressure.
Good for you. So what was it like for you growing up in PG County? Because to us, we're familiar with just the culture. I feel like DC, PG County is always a place that you hear about. It's kind of like Atlanta, New York. So talk to us about life for you growing up in PG County. Like, what type of kid were you?
What kind of kid was I?
Yeah. Were you rambunctious?
I don't know where to start. PG was hella black, hella successful. It was very colorful. Like there's a lot of character and personality in the DMV, but PG County specifically. Like, it's the most affluent black county in the country.
Yeah, that's what they
to
say.
brag a little bit, But for real, just you're surrounded by like Black people with so much duality, like our doctors, our lawyers, our teachers, down to the people who work in food, and they have like this professionalism, but they still Black, like so it just taught you balance, the same way it is around other Black people. Like you got to be quick on your toes, like you got to just be witty, you got to know how to come up with a comeback, like you got to be ready to Joan. But it really just keeps you well-rounded. I was always I was never a shy kid. I was always very bold, very fun, very like funny. I always like to entertain. But to be honest, I was always really focused in the music. Like that was kind of what kept me out of any way that I could have gotten in. My parents didn't play that either, but it was always just music and jokes. Yeah, that was it.
You give me those vibes, and you give me curious vibes. Like
I was definitely a very, very adventurous kid. Like I was always down to try something, even if it meant I was doing it by myself. Like, and it doesn't mean like I don't want to be around people. I just be wanting to explore stuff. And I've always been very true to what I wanted to do, like good, bad, or indifferent.
What's your sign?
What are you getting from me right now?
I'm not really good.
If I had to guess,
I'm like a semi. I'm like I semi. I can't even claim the zodiacs for real. I'm like a level 3 zodiac person. I don't really know for real. But what are you feeling?
Okay, I'm an Aries. Reading? Okay, I'm an Aries.
I feel
okay.
Aries.
You feel Aries? Are you a Taurus? No.
Not a Taurus.
Gemini? Cancer? Aquarius? Virgo?
All of that. Just throwing them out.
So you in the cold months?
I am definitely in the cold months.
Okay.
Capricorn.
Not that cold.
Okay.
Aquarius.
All right, you know what?
Oh. We all off.
Yeah, we all. I don't know.
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, that was my first guess. I swear that was my first guess. That was literally my first guess. It really was.
I'm a November Scorpio specifically.
Yeah. I've always been around Scorpio men. They real different. You're more open.
They are. Love them. They are different.
Yeah, they more quiet, reserved, but you're like... You're more like outgoing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, Scorpios are definitely like full experiences. Like that, there's levels to that, but they're definitely like, she's a Scorpio. When you find out a Scorpio, like, she's a Scorpio.
Absolutely. Okay. Dope. So amongst all of your siblings, would you say that you were like the wild child?
I mean, technically, yes, but no. Like, I wasn't like out. No, my parents really didn't play. Like, my parents was really strict, but because I was a curious child and a creative child, like, I would always find a way to get into some stuff. Right, like, I'm not stealing cars and breaking into shit like that, you know, but just trying stuff. Definitely, 16, smoking weed, going to
typical.
Like, just dumb, like, just little talking back. Yeah. I want to do it, I'm going to do it. Like, I always had to say my piece. I'm not a rowdy person, but, like, I will make my point. Yeah. That's just the person I was. And my younger brother, like, he's always been like really good in school, good grades, athletic, and he's learned from me like what not to do, how not to talk to my parents. But he also like, let me find my train of thought. Whatever. I have a little brother, and
so you're not the baby?
I'm not the baby. I'm the oldest.
You the oldest? Wow, I did not guess that.
Nah.
Really?
Nah. I just knew you was a middle child. Because I'm a middle child, so you just...
Crazy to say, I'm the oldest, and my current team, like my publicist and my manager, like she's like my older sister, and then my manager, Money, is like the older brother, and he's an only child, and she is the youngest child, and I'm the oldest. So now she's a middle, and he's the oldest, and I'm the youngest. And I feel like I needed older
people. Yeah, because you've always been the one. Did you have to take on a lot of responsibility? Because like as a person, as the oldest, and you have younger siblings, they always feel this burden of like, damn, like my younger siblings always get to do more than what I did, or I didn't get to experience that because they just more lenient. They getting older. You know how parents start getting older. They don't even care as much as they used to.
Yeah. No, this is their second time around the block. You know what I'm saying? I'm the troubleshoot kid. I accept it.
Right.
But yeah. I'm sorry, I keep losing my train of thought.
No,
It's okay. It's all right.
It's been a long day.
I know.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So, talk to us about some of your musical inspirations. Like, who are some people that you looked up to?
So I totally love Kanye West. Period. Like, the art.
What about the personality? I know you like the art. What about the personality?
I just think humans are going to human. And I think the older and the more of a human I become, I realize, that's their project. That's for them. And I wish them the best at all times.
That's a good way to look at it.
For real. Like, the more you just live life, you be like, damn, life really be life in. I understand a little bit more.
Right.
Still don't fully understand, but it's not for me to understand.
Yeah.
Because that's his project.
That's his business. Right. That's him. So, love Kanye to death. He's my favorite. Like, I don't have to keep talking about Kanye because I can't. Alicia Keys. So when you said it, it was like, being in piano lessons, I used to hate them. And she came out singing Fallen.
Yeah.
With braids. I had braids, playing piano. I played piano, I was like, wow, this is a thing.
Right.
So her 1,000%, Stevie Wonder, Jill Scott, Amy Winehouse, Mary J. Blige, Missy Elliott, Pharrell.
I feel like I could see you definitely working with Missy Elliott. I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Too. When she be like, what Missy be saying when she do her drop? New music.
Yeah.
She gonna be like, Alex. They call you AV.
They do call me AV.
Okay,
yes.
So like, as far as like you, okay, we know you're an artist. What are some like trials and tribulations outside of just the artistry that you done been through? Like, if you had to, like, what is something that you done overcame? Like, you went through, you done overcame, because you've been doing music for a long time. Even though, of course, now you're you're coming up, you're on the rise.
Yeah.
But like, what are some things that it's not so easy, because it hasn't been. People might think this happened overnight for you, but you've been doing it for a while. So, what are some things that you had to go through and experience?
I'm not even going to be shallow and say like heartbreak and dropping out of college.
But that's real things, though.
Even those are valid. I mean, that was like dropping out was probably the first time that I really had to make a decision for myself. Like, I really don't want to do this. I want to pursue music. Y'all just going to have to be mad. And my parents were mad,
Right.
But I was just true to that decision. It was just like, so I think that was the first moment that I really had to like show up for myself and really like go with my gut and stand for it. And that's scary as hell because you're really jumping off the diving board every time you make a decision like that. But the water's always finer and clearer and it gets a little murky, and before you know it, you're headed towards another waterfall.
That's real.
So I think the biggest trial and tribulation that I'm still overcoming is just like human development. Like, aside from being an artist, like I'm like a developing woman, like in this pandemic, like this is not how, I don't know what I anticipated this time of life to be, but it's not what it normally is. And then you're just going through so many changes with yourself, and you don't know, like, is this where you're supposed to like stand tall, or should I work on this? Or you just got all these like self battles. I don't be worried about other people. I swear I don't.
You be focused on you.
I be focused on
That
me.
part.
So I think it's really just like getting out of my head and, not beating myself up, but like being my coach and like just getting myself out my dark places and allowing myself to feel the feels. Like, I'm historically a person who will not acknowledge how I feel. I'll just brush it off. It's always been a thing. I don't know where it came from. You know what I'm saying? I'm unpacking it.
It's still from somewhere, because I feel you on that.
Yeah.
It's like we, as humans, I wouldn't even say as a woman, but us as humans, we just want to be like, oh, be numb to it. Oh, it didn't happen. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. But you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
You got to deal with it.
It doesn't disappear. It goes somewhere. And it'll manifest itself in another way.
That part.
So you can't like neglect any part of yourself. It's all important.
How you feel about therapy? Have you been?
Yes, I am currently in therapy.
Okay.
It's important. It's important. It's not like, your friends and family aren't, good people to listen to. I mean, to talk to, and they're not supportive. It's just that they have things on their plate as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's someone who's a professional who can listen to what you're saying and and help you discover like the root of why that's happening, and just to help you be a better you.
Exactly.
That's just so important. Anything that can help me be my best self is what I like to do. As long as it doesn't involve like, crack or selling my soul or,
Go for it. Do it.
I was going to say dance on the table, but I might.
You might be, look, did you ever think about being a stripper? Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I always gotta ask
we
somebody.
gotta know. Yes.
Did you have that thought process?
Not in college, but just as an adult, I'm like, damn, I just feel like those women seem so confident. Like,
Right.
they really out there shaking. I mean, girls twerk in their house all the time.
And they getting paid.
And they
And
having
they're
fun,
getting paid.
right?
But I also am flat-footed, and you know, I got wobbly ankles sometimes, but I'm hella goofy and awkward, and I just wonder what my dance moves would be on stage.
What was your stripper name? Would have been?
I gotta think on that. I don't know.
Vanilla?
No, not vanilla.
Because
So it should be like a good flavor in like the street you grew up
I'm
on.
thinking
or some
flavor
shit,
too.
right?
Yeah.
All right. Red velvet.
Red velvet. Hey, red velvet.
My
Red
favorite flavor
velvet.
is red velvet, but I don't know the street I grew up on. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. Velvet.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have one.
I like that, red
We would have been tipping red velvet.
Alex.
sis.
So my shirt would have been Alex. Alex, a singer, and I would have been like Jenny on Forrest Gump playing the keys.
All good. So you're not a stripper. You're actually an
I am
artist.
not a stripper. Thank
Right.
God.
So due to the fact that you're an artist,
I would be a stripper actress though. Like
You would be a stripper act? Oh, like acting. So you want to do acting?
oh my God.
I can see that from you.
I would love to act.
That's hard.
absolutely. So, seeing how you are artists, we always like to dissect lyrics on our show. So we have a segment
favorite.
called "We Gots to Know." So take it away, sis.
Yes,
we gots
Alex,
to
we
know.
got to know. So, of course, you blowing up right now. And I would say this clip is trending everywhere where it's like you say, you're performing in your music video, Mirage, your single. And you say, stop hallucinating over lame ass niggas. I'll snap out of it in time. Tell us, tell our listeners, like, where did that stem from? You wrote those lyrics.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So like what place were you at in that moment when you wrote that?
That line?
Yes.
I was really fed up, but not really with him. I mean, I was very, very tired of this nigga's antics, but it was me allowing it to happen. Like, why are you still here, girl?
Right.
And I just didn't know how to cuss myself out without beating myself up, without, like still being my coach and figuring out how to get through it.
Right.
And I feel like me yelling that was me like, oh, damn. All right. Because the whole song, like, I'm just talking about like this feeling that he's giving me or the feeling that I've been feeling, but then realizing maybe I'm just like imagining all this. Like maybe it's me. I'm not seeing who you are. Like I'm just creating this world around you off of what I want. And as I get through the song, I'm realizing like, yeah, nah, it's definitely not you. You are not good. You suck.
And it sucks, yeah.
But again, like I can't be mad at him because I didn't really check to see what kind of nigga he was. Like,
Did it move fast? Like, was it a situation where you didn't really get to know him and it didn't take time and y'all moved so fast?
So it was kind of just one of those typical situations where like you meet somebody at a specific time in your life and once they get you, like they got you. And once they got you, like whatever they did to get you is gone. Like, cause they already got you.
Right.
And they kind of already see like what, I don't know. I don't want to say the person was crazy, whatever, wish them the best. But I just feel like people can kind of see like your weaknesses.
Right.
And they use that to their advantage. That's how many people do that,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's
course,
not
yeah.
a good thing, but people do it.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think as a person who's always trying to figure out like how to get to my best self, I realized we were starting to like clash because he was taking advantage of the things that I was still learning or not knowing and then kind of using it against me at times. It was kind of manipulative in a little bit. But, it was I was in a weird space in my life. And when you're in bad spaces, bad shit feels good. It doesn't feel as bad as it usually would.
Right.
And, but as I started coming to my senses and realizing like, yeah, nah, you're not about to be lost like that. You're like, okay, sis, what are you doing? I gotta check myself. So yeah, stop hallucinating over lame ass niggas. I'm not bashing niggas. I mean, the lame ones, you should stop hallucinating over 'em.
100%.
And the main person who can check me is me. So I was saying that to myself in the mirror.
So you're basically like, you're not bashing dudes.
I'm not
You're
bashing
encouraging accountability.
I'm encouraging accountability.
I like that.
Thank you. The
welcome.
song is about taking accountability. Listen, because I'm not even going to say just all guys are trash.
Right.
Because there's some women who be riding the fence. Okay, I know some. I didn't skate it with them. You know what I'm saying? But you can't put all the blame on these people. Like, they're still humans figuring it out. I'm not caping for them either.
Right.
At all. But you got to realize, like, who's the common denominator in all these people?
Exactly. Like, what part do you play in all this?
What part do you play? And be honest about it. Like, we're not, like, doing it in front of a group of people. Like, do it with yourself. And once you become comfortable with your truth, then you're able to play with it more. Like, you're able to talk to other people about it. It's like you're able to joke about it. It's not as heavy anymore because you've addressed it. Yeah. But lots of people don't do that. No one takes accountability.
Nobody does. Even
They
the
hate
women
it.
that are hurt. Because they feel like it's all about, like, I've seen people blame just the person that hurt them versus what did you play a part in them hurting you? Like, did you, like, continue to feed into the monster? Because that's a blame, too. Like, it's not just that person. Or
Absolutely.
did you stay through the bull crap? You know what I'm saying?
I entertained it. I just let it happen over time. I'm feeding it. You know, like, but we all got to learn. It's not a bad thing, which is why I say don't beat yourself up. And people think accountability is like you beating yourself up.
That part.
No, you just got to, like.
It's positive. It's not all negative.
It doesn't have to be negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the song is about accountability. It's not about niggas. I've been seeing comments, people like, man, everybody's always bashing niggas. Like, I'm not bashing y'all. But you are a lame ass nigga because you have not listened to the song. Because you would know. It's about accountability. Yeah.
I mean, if you haven't listened to the song, you just listen to the line.
And I just feel like if you feel attacked, it is about you.
Yeah, if you feel some type of way,
if you feel
it's
some type
about
of way,
you,
I
yeah.
am talking directly to you.
Yeah, because I never feel no way when dudes be calling girls bitches through the whole song.
Yeah,
Like,
I never feel no way
ever.
when women say fuck these
why
broke ass
am I be
niggas.
mad? Like, I'm not the hoe that wants
Fuck,
your money.
I didn't get left
Like,
at the
I don't-
airport. The fuck?
I'm not a scammer. Like, I'm not. What's the city girls thing? Like, they take your money. Like, I'm not that. So why would I give a fuck? But yeah, I don't understand. Yeah.
That's real.
But you blowing up. But you know what I'm saying? Outside of that, you are doing your thing right now.
It's
And
beautiful.
Absolutely.
yeah, you here in Atlanta, Georgia.
You're in Atlanta, Georgia,
Yeah.
because
Yes,
this is a big week for you. Let everybody know why this is such a big moment for you. Because we didn't want to spoil it in the beginning. We wanted to build up to it. Why is this so epic for you, Queen?
This is an epic weekend because this will be my first performance as a signed artist under Love Renaissance, opening for Summer Walker at the Coca-Cola Roxy, both nights, sold out shows.
Sold out.
3,000 plus people.
Congratulations.
That is amazing.
Each night.
I gotta clap for you. That is so hard. Like,
Clap.
that is fire.
So talk to us about that. Like, how does it feel? Well, first of all, because Love Renaissance as a whole, you know, whatever they're doing over there, they have figured it out.
They got it.
They have really figured it out. To see where they started with Rari and to see where they are now with just new artists like yourself and Summer Walker and Black. How did the whole connection happen with y'all? Like, how did they find you?
So my story is that I saw that they were doing like talent shows on their Instagram. And this was like, I'd say like 2020, because it was like in the heart of the pandemic. Like nothing was open. All I was doing was playing on the piano in Maryland.
Was it that dude? I think it was Justice. With
Justice.
Yeah, I
Yep,
remember. I
Justice
remember
wears
that.
He was the
going
one that's
up.
doing the
Yeah, I
lottery?
remember
Oh,
those.
that's
It was going up.
he the one to discover you?
Oh, I wouldn't say he's the one to discover me, but this is my first time discovering Love Renaissance, this story.
Okay.
Right.
So I did the live, and they were like, oh, we love you. Like, we're good. Bye, guys. Good live. Just be on the lookout for an email. So I check an email, and they're like, yo, we think you're dope. They sent me, like, this video to watch and this questionnaire, and I was like, I don't know what this means, but, you know, I ain't got nothing else to do, so sure, I'll do it. I mean, it can't hurt.
Right.
And then that was the last I heard from them. And this is no shade to my label because I love them to death. It was a pandemic. It was a lot going on. Just life just started happening. Then I started getting unemployment checks.
I know that's
and
right.
then I flew out to LA for a couple weeks, and a couple weeks just turned into like a month, and then 2 months. And then, you know, now I'm out there like kind of making my way. And my manager, DJ Money, he was like, you know, playing records for different labels and different people he knew just to see just temp check, and he played it for someone in the label, and he was like, yo, send that to me, let me go play that for my guys. Played it for Justice, and he was like, I want to meet her. And then I got a call from my manager saying like, yo, get dressed. We about to meet some people. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but okay. And then I met them, and it was just cool, regular vibes. Like, I mean, one, I didn't know what the meeting was, so I didn't have an opportunity to overthink it or underthink it. I'm just being myself, which is, what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Right.
And it was cool.
Like, you didn't go in like, I'm about to go sign with Love Renaissance. It was more like,
I didn't even know who I was
this
meeting.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, cool. Just put my lip gloss on, just look nice and talk and
This
sing.
is in LA.
This is in LA. And so we had that meeting, and it was cool. And then afterwards, we went to dinner, and they're like, yeah, we need to celebrate. And I'm like, celebrate what? I don't understand. Like, what just happened? They're like, they want to sign you. I'm like,
Did you cry?
I did not cry. It was one of them things like I've wanted my entire life. So I think it might take my entire life to process.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's just like, whoa. Because
happened.
some days I just wake up yelling like, yo, what's up? What's up? Like really tripping, like on a Diddy rant. Other days I'm just like, wow.
That is hilarious.
I'll knock on Lena's door and be like, Lena, we made it.
You did.
But at the same time, it's just like there's so much more work to be done. Like I just
100%.
stepped out the waiting room. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's just like exciting. Like I take moments and like reflect on all the things that have happened. I'm so blessed, but it's still like we got work to do, girl.
Absolutely.
That's just how it's been. And so, that meeting was in May. We signed in October. Things have just been happening. And I'm just happy to be here. I could not act like I was shocked. I could not act like I did not expect this to happen because this is
Right.
all I've been working for.
Yeah.
So like we
You've
here.
been doing it. I saw a video of you 5 years ago.
That's
So
sick.
that's like I was looking at and first off, because I just had to ask you this because you as an artist and creator, before the label, before all of these opportunities, you were putting money and investing into yourself as an independent artist.
Yes.
Where did you find the inspiration for your videos? Because your videos are not regular videos. They are videos that actually you have to think it through. It's like scene by scene. Like you're actually coming up with a story. Like it don't look like a basic video. Like how did you
music videos?
your music video? Because like one of your music videos, it was like, okay, you walk in. You might have been in the DMV area because it kind of looked like City Light. You was on your phone texting like your friend wants you to come go to a J. Cole concert. You're like, nah, I want to go to the studio. I have stuff on my mind. Like so, like that stuff.
that.
Like, but you could have just been chilling. Maybe had some girls in the video. Like just something basic. But
Well, one, I'm very awkward, right? So I don't really know how to make it look sexy. I can only just do what's comfortable and familiar to me. And
Right.
that scenario was very much a thing for me. Like, I had my day job working crazy hours. I'd have a studio session after. Like, I didn't really have much time to do other things, but I didn't care because I was on a mission. I don't care because I'm on a mission.
Right.
And I would get phone calls from friends, and I would experience FOMO sometimes because there'd be stuff going on, just like little functions, just pop out.
Mm-hmm.
But, how bad do you want it? Because that song was
Right.
Gotta Have It. Check it out.
Check it out. Because you was the thing is, it's like you were sacrificing. You were making real big sacrifices for this moment.
That
And the fact
part.
that you're aware that I'm signed, but I still got more stuff to do.
she wasn't even
much.
signed then.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
That's the
Like
crazy
you was
part.
working. You was working.
It hasn't even felt like work. I mean, no, I lie. It's felt like work, but it hasn't really felt like work. It's just like when it's something you want, like nothing can really like get in the way of it.
Right.
Like even though like even jobs, and I know everyone who is like pursuing a craft and working a 9 to 5 or working a retail job or 1 to 10, I know they're like, bruh, I can't do both. But like, bruh, if you really want it, nothing's gonna get in the way of it. Period. It's never felt like work. It's never felt like work. You get tired sometimes. You might have a moment, but it's never felt like work. I just really love this shit. I live for it.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Respect.
we here.
And you opening up for Summer Walker,
I know,
damn it. You
right?
opening up for Summer Walker,
Hey.
damn it. Look at you. Like from Summer Walker to the world. Look at that.
Out of a
It is-
pandemic.
It is out of a pandemic.
Out of a
Out of a
pandemic.
pandemic.
How bad do you want it?
Tell how bad do you want it?
How bad do you
Look into
want
How
it?
bad do you want it? Look into the camera.
That part. Look.
How bad do you want it? Tell them.
Yeah.
don't look. This is even though you open up for Summer Walker, that's motherfucking big. But I know you got more shows on the way, right? But you don't know what they are right now. But what like people that can't make the Atlanta show, like what can they expect for you when you perform in the future? Like what are your shows are gonna be like? Is it intimate? Is it you connecting with them? What does it look like?
Don't know what my next performances are, but I do have one festival on lock.
Let's go ahead and say you give us exclusive. Give us an exclusive.
I'm going to be performing at DC's big festival, Broccoli City.
Congratulations.
That's huge. That's hard.
Oh my God, this is my first major festival, and it feels like a big duh for it to be Broccoli City before anybody. Like
that part.
I'm so excited. Like I've gone to that festival so many times just as a teenager, and now to like be on stage performing
tens of thousands.
Oh my God. And then lots of the people in the crowd like, we know each other. You know what I'm saying? Like we went to school together.
Right.
We went to summer camp. I used to teach you at YMCA. You
real
know, like
hometown show.
Just some real hometown vibes. And I've been getting so much love, and I just love the DMV so much. Like being from there has helped me be who I am, not only as an artist, but just as a human being. Like, for me to just give that to them, and we just gonna have an exchange of.
To the people out there in the DMV, she came wearing New Balances.
That
we
part.
just want y'all to know
Represent.
she came wearing New Balances.
New
If
Balance,
you know,
what's up?
Ain't they hard though?
give her a deal.
Please.
Shoe deal on the way. Shoe deal on the way.
Yurts.
You and Moran
Oh,
came in
I
with
just had to
it.
show love. You know what I'm saying? I had to show love.
Yeah.
But I'm from Atlanta, so you know. Nah, but honestly, we are absolutely rocking with you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate
You got
that.
our support, like
100%.
like for real.
You have our support. So one thing about Infinite Vibes before we wrap up, we always like to end our interviews with just positive words of affirmation. So what are some advice that you could provide to anybody that's just on their way trying to get like you? You trying to chase your dream, you trying to fulfill whatever it is you want. What is some advice that you can provide?
Ooh, no pressure, huh? Be yourself. Who you are is okay. That statement does not mean don't change. You have to change. You have to evolve. Change is inevitable. And with change, it comes with breaking down of lots of things that you thought were. They aren't. You have to be willing to break down those things and do that work and feel those feels for you to get to that next tier. Do not be afraid to feel those feels. I just feel like if you just really cater to yourself and just know that you are on the mission of being your best self, you will not fail. Anything that you deal with, as long as you still water yourself and you water yourself some more and get rest and work and really tell yourself the truth, you are going to be just fine. I promise. I am still working that out right now. But so far, I think I'm doing pretty good. So I would like to share that with y'all because it is just really tough being a freaking human. Like,
it is.
Oh my God. Yeah. And the biggest thing people struggle with is like, yo, who am I? Am I doing this all right? Am I all right? You are. Be you, love you, grow you. It's you.
I love it.
Girl,
wise words. Yeah, I love that.
Words,
grow
words,
you.
yes.
Period.
Yes, that was dope.
And
like
stop hallucinating over lame ass
I know,
niggas
right?
and stream my single Mirage. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, on that note, please give our listeners your social media. Let them know where they can get in contact with you and so much more, Queen.
Yes, please follow me on all social media. Well, on Instagram at Alex Vaughn. You can follow me on TikTok at, wow, did I just say TikTok subconsciously? I'm a TikToker now.
Yes, you on TikTok. Run them numbers up.
Run it up, run it up, run it up.
Yo, shout out to TikTok because for real, like lots of people who've been commenting on my Instagram and YouTube and stuff, they're like, yo, TikTok brought me here. I'm like, damn, it's more than dances.
It is more than that.
Dances. Follow me on TikTok at Alex Vaughn. Follow me on Twitter at Who Is Alex Vaughn. And just follow me. Not home, just follow me. We won't be going places. It's a journey. We in it.
It's a marathon, not a
It's a
sprint.
marathon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Infinite Vibes, DJ B-Lax, Moran the Man, Alex Vaughn, Love Renaissance is in the building.
That part.
Ah.